In the vibrant village of Nobi, nestled amongst rolling green hills in the heart of Igbo land, lived a young maiden named Edeora. Her life, once filled with the warmth of her loving parents, had taken a somber turn after the untimely passing of her mother and her father's subsequent marriage to the formidable Nika. Ndika arrived in their compound with her two daughters, the haughty Isioma and the envious Nkoli. Unlike Edeora's gentle nature, the stepmother and her daughters were sharp-tongued and treated Edeora more like a servant than a sister. Edeora endured their taunts and endless chores with quiet resilience, finding solace in the stories her late mother had shared, tales often featuring brave heroines and unexpected blessings. The annual Igbanku, the grand festival celebrating the harvest and the unity of the neighboring clans, was fast approaching. This year held a special significance as the Is, the revered king of the entire region, would be in attendance. Part of the festivities included a grand dance competition where maidens from all the villages would showcase their grace and artistry. The prize: an exquisitely crafted royal shoe, said to be blessed by the ancestors, and the honor of dancing before the Is himself. Isioma and Nkoli were determined to win. They adorned themselves in the finest wrappers, practiced their dance steps with relentless fervor, and constantly belittled Edeora's simple attire and quiet demeanor. Isioma fueled their ambition, ensuring they had the best instructors and the most elaborate beats. Edeora, despite her stepfamily's disdain, harbored a secret passion for dancing. In the quiet hours of the night, when the compound slept, she would steal away to the moonlit clearing behind their hut. There, guided by the whispers of the wind and the rhythm of her own heart, she would move with a natural grace that belied her circumstances. As the festival drew nearer, a renowned dance master, Ogwefa Okoro, arrived in Nobi to offer lessons to the participating maidens. Isioma and Nkoli eagerly sought his tutelage, their steps sharp but lacking genuine artistry. Edeora, knowing her stepmother would never allow her to attend the lessons, watched from afar, her heart aching with longing. One evening, as Edeora fetched water from the stream, she encountered Ogwefa Okoro sitting by the water's edge, seemingly lost in thought. He noticed her quiet grace as she moved and, intrigued, struck up a conversation. Edeora, hesitant at first, eventually shared her love for dance and her stepmother's disapproval. Ogwefa Okoro, a man with eyes that saw beyond outward appearances, recognized Edeora's innate talent. He secretly offered her guidance, meeting her in the quiet clearing under the cloak of darkness. He taught her ancient steps, shared the stories behind the movements, and nurtured the passion that burned within her. The day of the Igbamku arrived in a blaze of color and joyous energy. Maidens from all the clans, adorned in their finest, gathered in the central arena. Isioma and Nkoli, resplendent in their expensive attire, danced with practiced precision, their eyes fixed on the royal platform where the Is sat. When it was Edeora's turn, Nitka scoffed, but Edeora, emboldened by Ogwefa Okoro's encouragement and the fire in her own spirit, stepped into the arena. She wore a simple but elegant wrapper, a gift from her late mother, and a single string of her mother's beads. As the drums began to beat, Edeora moved with a fluidity and emotion that captivated everyone. Her steps told stories of sorrow and hope, of resilience and joy. Her movements were not just practiced, they were an outpouring of her soul. The crowd watched in stunned silence, then erupted in applause. Even the Is leaned forward, his eyes filled with admiration. Isioma and Nkoli watched with envy and disbelief as Edeora's dance reached its crescendo. When the time came for the Is to present the royal shoe, his gaze rested not on the elaborately dressed stepsisters, but on the radiant Edeora. As the Is placed the intricately carved shoe, shimmering with delicate beads, at Edeora's feet, a hush fell over the arena. Ndika and her daughters were speechless with shock and resentment. The royal shoe, however, held a secret. It was said to fit only the maiden with a pure heart and a genuine spirit. As Edeora slipped her foot into the shoe, it fit perfectly, as if crafted just for her. The ease, recognizing the genuine grace and inner beauty that radiated from Edeora, not only honored her with the dance but also, in the days that followed, sought to learn more about this remarkable young woman. Edeora's kindness and wisdom shone through, eventually earning her a place of respect and admiration within the entire kingdom. Ndika and her daughters, witnessing Edeora's unexpected rise, were humbled. They began to see beyond her simple appearance and recognize the strength and beauty of her character. While their envy didn't vanish overnight, a seed of understanding was planted. Edeora, despite the honor bestowed upon her, remained humble and kind, never forgetting the hardships she had endured. She used her newfound influence to advocate for those who were marginalized and to remind everyone that true royalty resided not in outward adornment, but in the purity of one's heart and the strength of one's spirit. The legend of the royal shoe and the stepdaughter who danced her way to grace became a timeless tale in Nobi, a testament to the power of inner beauty and the unexpected rewards of resilience.